I haven't blogged now for about 2.5 months, but in my defense, it's been a very busy 2.5 months. It was the pre-Christmas 2.5 months. It was a busy time. We made lots of pots. We got everybody made and delivered, and pot customers happy. We had students and their work to finish up. We did put together the first Christmas market here at the Coots School. I mentioned before we did the was it Coots Days market, and that was really cool. So we did a Christmas market. It was smaller, not as big as a summer market, but it was great. This school was built in 1937. It's been closed now for about 6 years. And I think the old girl just misses people. During the market, the school was full of people and food and fun and music and decorations and kids. And you could feel the lonely old girl just kind of go, thank you. It was really great. So that took a lot of our time. We had a wonderful Christmas. We had the kids come to visit. We just stayed home. We ate, we drank, we were merry. We had a great time. We kind of did nothing. It took about a week to finish. They went away and off to their lives. New Year's was nice. We spent some time with some friends. But I have to admit, we went home early. We're in bed at 12:01. Anyway, so it's been a long time since I blogged. Now, the last blog I talked about what is art. And I'd made kind of these kind of things, and I had them finished. And I said I was going to take some pictures and ship them off and promote them. However, the last 2 months have been crazy busy, or I've been unorganized, or a combination of both. But I haven't even gotten the pictures taken yet. We'll get the pictures taken this week, because what we want to do this month, and maybe sliding into February, is we're only going to do video and promotion. So we'll get these pictures taken and we'll work on some videos, and it'll be pretty good. But I want to talk about taking pictures of your work. And quite often I'll take progress pictures. Now this girl is feeling kind of done. I'm going to sponge it up and tidy it up in a little bit. But before I take the plastic off and say she's done, I'm going to take some pictures and I'm going to look at them when I get home. Because when you're taking a picture of something, you can see what it really looks like. It's kind of like me, and I look in the mirror and I go, oh, I don't look so bad. And then I take a picture of me and I go, oh dear, I'm much taller and thinner in real life than I am in this picture. So taking pictures, you can see what it really looks like. When I was working on the other faces, I was taking some progress pictures. Now there was one face that I liked her, but I didn't like her. There was just something really weird, and I kept looking at it, and I kept trying to fix it and see it with my hands. When I got it home and put it on my computer screen, I saw it wasn't all that badly sculpted. It's just that her eyes weren't, and her cheekbones weren't level, and it looked just really weird. And somehow when you're that close and your hands are on it, you can't see it that clearly. So you want to take a picture. It just gives you a bit of distance to see what you really are making. And sometimes when it's really hard, when you're working with clay, to look at what you really are making, to see what you're making and not what you really want to be making. So just that distance and that time and two-dimensionals, getting your hands out of the way and putting your eyes in the way will give you some help there. I did work on another guy earlier this week, and I have to admit he didn't get to the picture taking process. I didn't like him, so I ripped his face off. Keep that in mind here. Mind you, he couldn't say anything about it, and Jim could talk back. So what's going to happen today is I'm going to work on her a little bit, and as I'm working on her, I mentioned before about, oh, she's not done yet, and I'm just going to sponge her off. But when you're sponging, the sponge will wash away a lot of the small particles, and this is quite a toothy clay, and pretty soon all the little particles are washed away. If you use a brush for doing that, what happens is it doesn't take the particles away. It'll moisten it, it'll smooth it to get rid of all the messy bits, but it doesn't leave you with a bunch of gravelly sand particles washed up. Now the top is a little off-center. That's a little weird to do. Anyway, so I'm going to finish her up today. I'm going to take some pictures. I'm going to put her back under plastic so I can decide tomorrow if she's done. And I mentioned this month what we're going to do is we're not going to do any production, and we're going to just work on video. But I do need to make some pots for some video prep. I want to do another in the series of 3 handmade tools, and we're going to start another series tomorrow I'm kind of excited about, called Tiny Tips from the Clay Teacher. Just little 1 and 2 minute tips on how to do this and how to do that. But I need product to work on. So I'm going to make some pots today, and then I'm not going to work that hard because we live in southern Alberta and there's a Chinook has blown in today. It's about 6 degrees or 45 degrees, depending on where you live and what side of the border. I got a dog laying on the couch looking at the warm weather, feeling sorry for himself. We're going to go home and walk the dog. Then I'll go in and burn some dinner. So video prep, dog walk, dinner burnt. It'll be a day.